Unlimited TV radio. It's fun. This is radio like you never before. Unlimited TV radio. The pathfinder for radio.
Whoa.
Unlimited TV radio. We dare to lead. Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Unlimited TV radio. It's fun. This is radio like you never before. Unlimited TV radio. The pathfinder for radio.
Madwana, long time now. Hey, Chica! I never come back to Nigeria. I'm good. All right, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and it's Thursday. They say it's Throwback Thursday, Sing-along Thursday, whatever Thursday it is. I'm in the studio, and when I'm in the studio, it's all about sports. I don't know if we're throwing back today. But one thing is, Thursdays and Friday, you know how it is? It is general talk. We mix everything together. Somebody's already asking me a question about election. As if I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. Mr. Chica. Right, good morning, everybody. My name is Daffy Matthew. I'm going to come in and look at all sports. It's the Sports Buffet on the Liberty TV radio. You can listen across all platforms. Yes, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. You can listen on the World Wide Web on www.elevatortv.com/radio. You can also download our mobile application on the mobile app by downloading Elevator TV radio. For those people who are using Android 12, I just realized, because I changed my phone too, so I'm facing the same problem, that we need to change something. The technical people, they use some technical technologies I don't know. So if your own is not working, it's because we need to do some upgrade. I don't know this app thing. I'm still like new to it. Okay. Superazi say, what's your prediction? Nigeria versus Sierra Leone. Nigeria will beat them. Minimum 2-0. But Nigeria will beat them. Nigeria will win. If you want to bet Nigeria to win. Over 1.5 maybe safe. Once you start going over 2.5, you're putting yourself in dangerous position. But Nigeria would win that one. I can guarantee you. The discipline in camp, the information that what I'm getting from that camp, the feelers that I'm getting from the camp. I couldn't go. I lost my sister, and then I've got some other issues to deal with, and a whole lot anyway. Trying to also get. Let me leave that one. But that's the reason why I'm in Abuja. But the feelers that I'm getting are very, very good. So I believe Nigeria will win. Okay, this one is coming from Janaidu. It's not a guy called Janaidu. Okay, it says, hello, Idafi. Now that BAT, okay, well, I met him. Okay, now that BAT is the flag bearer of APC. What is your political position on the forthcoming election? Do you think that Peter Obi can still win and become president, or it is BAT all the way? Be honest with me, take away sentiment from this one, and give me your views as it is. Okay, so first of all, don't let my views sway your decision for who to vote for. Okay, I'm not the best person to go to if you need a political education or political information. I'm not the best person to go to. So if you let my views sway you, you're pretty much going to make all the mistake in this one. Even me, 2 weeks ago, I know I wanted to vote for. Today, I don't know who I want to vote for. That's the truth. Now my PVC, right now, I don't know who I want to vote for. 2 weeks ago, I know who I want to vote for, but right now, I don't know who I want to vote for. And it's because the political landscape is so crazy in Nigeria that, first of all, one of the things that I look at for is, I don't care who is old or who is young. That's not the thing. Talk is cheap. And the reason why I'm saying that is what I've seen within the sports space. I know a lot of people tell you we will do this, we will do that. When they get into power, they do worse. And we've seen that before. Okay, and then even if you look at the primaries for APC, the PDP primaries was just one-sided. We knew what was going to happen. But the APC primaries, we saw shocker. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, Tinubu used Lagos State money. Osimhen used Nigeria money. It's as simple as that. But it didn't change anything because there is somebody who knows how to play the politics. So it's down to who knows how to play the politics. We've been given 3 choices. I don't think any one of them is bad. Let's be honest. So the president is not up for liking contest. It's not a liking contest. So it's not about, oh, I like him or I don't like him. What is important is who will sit. The president that we have currently have not gone out there to represent us well, to negotiate well for us, to put our interests in front. You know, see him sitting there when they were doing the primary, just tell the whole story, man. This guy is not even interested in what's going on, okay? And he didn't even make any move to influence, okay, this is the person I'm standing behind. This is who. We saw Obasanjo stand behind Uruguay. We saw Obasanjo, speak up for Goodluck Jonathan his first time. We didn't see all that in this one. Now, that's a different conversation. So when you look at the way Tinubu went from bashing a sitting president and still go on to win with a landslide, and then see how even a vice president could not even gain as much votes as a minister in Amechi, it tells you that the political landscape is different. Now, it's not delegate that will vote for the general election, but the general election is also not a social media thing. It's not also a Jesus logo thing. It's not also a prayer thing. So if you pick your president that you want to vote for, 2 things must happen. You must have a reason why you're voting for the person. Peter Obi, yes, he's an industrialist, he's a business person, he understands business. Tinubu is also a business person. Atiku is also a business person. So if we're thinking of business, these 3 guys are business people. Who have the biggest business running in Nigeria today is Atiku. Who's generated money and built a lot of people is Bola Tinubu. For Peter Obi, yes, he's got business, he's got shopping mall, he's got this one, he's got that one. His biggest CV is what he left with Anambra State. But Anambra is not Nigeria. Okay? So we must know all of that first. So I can't give you advice on who to vote for. But for me, I still don't even know what I'll vote for right now. So sorry, Jinaidu. I may have just worsened your situation. But in the days ahead, I might have to decide who I vote for. I need to be able to watch the debate. I need to be able to listen to these people, give people a fair hearing. I'm an analyst, and in the line of my job, you are meant to give people fair hearing. I need to read their manifestos. I need to know what I'm going to hold them accountable. What Obi is going on, honestly, on the strength of what Obi is saying, I don't think anybody will vote for him. Obi is too much about what he did for Anambra. Tell us what you do for Nigeria. It's okay to say you will take Nigeria from consuming to production. How would you do it? He's not told us how you would do it. So it's going to be difficult for me to vote for you on that platform. But let's see how it goes. So I need people who are tried and tested, people who can sit with the G8 and the G13, G24 and make demands, because that's where Nigeria is. Nobody's going to come and change Nigeria overnight. In the next 10 years, nobody's going to change us. But we need people who will make demand, who will force companies to come here and do business and create a conducive environment for them. I don't think that, hey, Peter Obi is really that guy, or Atiku is that guy, or Tinubu is that guy. But let's look at them and look who's the closest. And then again, you also have to look at, if you vote Peter Obi and there's no Labour Party in the House, how is he going to govern with a Senate and House of Assembly that does not have his backing? They'll filibuster everything that he's doing. That's another one. They will worry his budget. They will give him problem. Remember, in Anambra, it tells us of all the things that he did, but it didn't tell you of how they impeached him and he had to go to court. Do you want to put Nigeria in that state? So all of those things are in my face. 2 days, 3 days ago, I mean, I vote Peter Obi straight up. But I'm putting all those things into consideration and I'm asking myself, this last 7 years I've been here, we've been ruled by the devil. That's just the truth. If we really want to speak truth to power, we're not going to be afraid. We've been ruled by the devil. I'm not going to repeat that mistake that you all made, because I warned you guys in 2013, 2014. You guys didn't listen to me. I don't want to make that mistake again. But this time I'm not warning anybody. I just want to observe. And then when it comes to the debate, one of the things we should beg for is everybody must come to the debate. And the debate does not need to be a debate where you speak Yoruba. You must speak English. Okay? So we know where we stand. Well, that's it. Let's go. Gina sent in this message and he said, Hello, Idafe. With the way the transfer market is going, are you pleased with Arsenal or you are worried? Well, I'm not worried for Arsenal. I mean, I know what the problem is. When you know what the problem is and you know what the ship is sailing to, you don't worry. I don't worry for Arsenal. I think eventually Arsenal will bring in a few players here and there, but Arsenal is also weighing the market. There's actually no major moves. The major move is Mbappe agreeing to stay with Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid agreeing a deal with what's it called? With Monaco to sign Chimeni and a few other these real business of transfer have not started. So I'm not worried as an Arsenal fan. I think that Edu and Arteta are doing a great job. And so listen, maybe if this question was asked to me 5-10 years ago as a fan, maybe I would react differently. But I'm a business owner right now. There are decisions that I'm taking in this business. And even people that are my partners, people that are doing business with me, don't understand why I'm taking those decisions. Because to them, they project to a different direction, and I'm seeing the business like not seeing. I mean, they fund this business. I mean, they put money when they need to buy phone and me, when they need to buy that and me, when they need to buy wire and me, when they need to buy microphone and me. So I'm gonna make a call that is beneficial to the investment that I'm making. So when you look at Arsenal, don't judge Arsenal from a Chelsea perspective, or Newcastle, or Man United, or Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Paris Saint-Germain, because that's what a lot of fans do. When you judge Arsenal like the way you judge your parents. So you are from a family where your parents are barely making ends meet, and whatever food they put on the table might not be the best, might not be what you're hungry for, what you crave for, but somehow you eat it and feel satisfied and drink water. That's the way Arsenal is right now. So you got to look at Arsenal and say, I remember when I interviewed Shea Olofinjana, and I played it back a couple of days ago. He said that, look, you don't judge your club by the pocket of other clubs. So you're playing for Wolves and you're seeing Chelsea spending 200, 300 million, and you say, why can't we do that? No, we don't have that money in our account. We're not going to steal it. So we've got to be modest based on our account. So there is no other club president in the world that has 7 franchises, 7 leading franchises. Okay, so you have the Ram, the Vancouver, whatever, all of these things that they are businesses. They require funding just the same way Arsenal require funding. So because you're a football fan does not mean the guy would throw away his NFL business and focus on Arsenal. Does not mean he would throw away his ice hockey team and face Arsenal. So he has to find a balance. And a man who spent $5.7 billion in building the Sophie Stadium is a man who needs a lot of breather. So what the project with Arteta is, and Arsenal fans must understand that, okay, Gina, is one, this man said, this business, the way the business is, we need to cut costs, because if we don't cut costs, we will run into a Derby County or a Bolton Wanderers, a Bury, those situations where we go into administration. So we need to cut costs. So the first thing that they've done is, if you notice, when they let that US guy, that guy that signed MLS, that South African guy that signed MLS, the guy that sacked Arsene Wenger, when they let him go and he went to AC Milan, because he wasn't doing a good job, but it was because his contract was due for renewal. And if Arsenal renewed that contract, they were going to pay him some massive sum, because it was brought in to come and cut costs. But Wenger was too high-headed at the time. He gave Ozil that £350,000. And then Arteta came in and they gave Aubameyang that money too, but Aubameyang didn't deliver. So they had to cut costs. Cutting costs, making sure that they are not crossing the 250 or 200,000 salary cap as it is right now. So once they succeed in doing that one, addressing all those ones, letting players who need to go on loan. Those ones who are already on loan, like Lucas Torreira, Guendouzi, Hector Bellerin, and a host of others who needs to be sold because they are on loan, they are still on your payroll. You need to sell them, and then they will not come back and say, okay, it is not time for us to decide who comes in. They already earmark £190,000 a week for Gabriel Jesus, right? So that's big. That's some big money. Now, if they bring him in, that's going to be like the biggest salary in the team. Would it affect the balance of the team? Would the players look at him and say, oh, what is it done that is sending this money? It might also trigger some other bonuses and the rest. And then there's the Saka issue. I think the club wants to settle that first before they think of who they bring in. But there's a whole lot they're doing. Am I satisfied? Yes. Do I need players to come in? Yes. Am I going to be patient to wait? Yes. So let's keep our fingers crossed. It's not as if any other club is doing major moves in the transfer market, then you start saying, oh, why is Arsenal sitting back? But I think that it's going to be a good season, even though we've not signed anybody, but I think it's going to be a good season. Okay, so let me read some of the messages that you guys are sending in. I've been seeing some of them. Wallace Villa said, even if we all insert vote Obi, Nakanu, and Magical Northern votes will change things. Well, those numbers didn't change the vote for Goodluck Jonathan when we voted for him, isn't it? So once you have that mindset, again, election is about mindset. Once you have that mindset, you practically have given up hope even before the election. Saviki said the truth be told, Obi party has no structure in the north. It can win. Okay, that's another thing. So one of the things that I've always said about election, and I don't know much about politics, but one of the things that I've always said about election, I always liken election to YouTube channel. Now, because I'm a YouTuber, and this is one of the things, the lessons that I've learned. The people who have, like, if somebody comes out of Big Brother today, and maybe it's on the top level of Big Brother, and decide to open a YouTube channel, the person will outrun me out of YouTube. This is my 10,000 subscribers. The person will get it in one day. If Tunde Eno decide to open a YouTube channel, he will get those numbers in one day. These are lessons we learn overnight. So let me give you a very typical example. So when we were working in radio, when I was working in Brilla, we were not allowed to really be on the social media space. That's why, for instance, if you look at a person like Tony Becker-Deromo, who for me is one of the best football analysts and researcher in the land, he doesn't have the kind of following that some upcoming guys have, some upcoming boys in Nigeria for like Wazobia have, because it works in an environment where it is almost a taboo for you to be like up there in social media doing things. It might cost you your job. So now, by doing that job diligently and being the best at it, he has lost base with social media. If tomorrow he comes out and he says he wants to set up a YouTube channel, he goes struggle. Like he go realize say nobody know him, right? So that's the kind of thing that where Peter B is now. Joining Labour Party, for integrity, fine. That integrity, and there's a statement in ways it's not desperate to be Nigerian president. Listen, you've got to be desperate to be Nigerian president too. The way we did so, you've got to be desperate to be Nigerian president. You're not desperate to be Nigerian president, but you're desperate to see Nigeria work, which is good. I like the power you say you're desperate to see Nigeria work. At least we have one person who is saying, I want to see Nigeria work. It is hard to see people really fight for Nigeria. Most of the people always fight for themselves or their political party. But then elections are not won by rhetorics. They're not won on social media. They're not won in churches. They're not won by putting Jesus on status. If not, the VP would be representative of APC right now. But you see, being a pastor doesn't even count. Tunde Bakari didn't get one vote. So let's be very, very honest. If it was won by rhetorics, Rocha Sokorocha might be up there because he's the king of rhetorics. But having said that, you need a base. Tinubu have base. Tinubu have network. Tinubu have been in people's life across the length and breadth of this country. It is very, very important. They say if you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. You need to understand the territory you are in and start conquering it. One of the greatest lessons I learned from Obama was how Obama, 2-3 years before election, started, harvesting the grassroots, the abandoned people, the group of abandoned people, young people who never get the chance to vote. He was going door to door, activating them because he knew that if he amassed that number, the old group of voters would never vote for a black man. What he did was to harvest those people that others are like, have I lived there? They don't know anything. They're just social media people. They're just making noise on social media. But he got into their space, harvest them, got his friends in movies, all those guys, and they got all of these people. They became a mass, a critical mass. So to win election, as I'm not a political, like I always say, I'm not a political professor, I'm not an electioner, those kind of things. But to get a critical mass, you have to have a base. Your stream needs to stretch, to the north, the south, west, east, and everywhere, and it must be tasteful, it must be likable. And I think that that's the struggle that somebody like Peter Obi will get at the general election, okay? So it's not just enough to come out as a candidate of a party that doesn't have a competition for you. Again, to be the best student in a class where there are no other brilliant student does not really make you the best. So when he left PDP and he went to Labour Party, he didn't even do anything and he became their candidate. It does sound good, but there was no competition. There was no push. There's no pressure to determine who he is. So all of this might just become a problem, okay? A potential worker is a laborer. Okay, no, that's that conversation. Labor union don't even work on Nigeria again. So if that way you want you never work. Okay, so Victor say, Obi, fellow brother, are threatening Obi ambition now. Igbo versus Igbo. Tomorrow, they will tell you Igbo is united. No, that will not even work. Official AK Udesi say, I no longer comfortable with a non-playing captain. Okay. Your being comfortable with a non-playing captain does not change anything. So if you're a good student of history, Nigeria have always traditionally had a non-playing captain. So Stephen Kessie was a non-playing captain. Joseph Yebo was a non-playing captain at some point. Ahmed Musanda is a non-playing captain. We've also had a Guago at some point who was a non-playing captain. The only consistently playing captain were Ulisse and then Okocha, and a few others. So it's not a problem. Your focus should be on the starting 11. The people who are starting, are they good enough? What does your being comfortable with who sits on the bench and not playing, how does it affect you? Is it that the guy is sitting on the bench and wearing the captain's armband, or he's on the field? Or probably you've heard this one from one of those regular radio stations and now you want to use it as a conversation. It doesn't make, sometimes when we say these things, let us ask ourselves, like, okay, how does this make sense in the scheme of in the context of football discussion? Like Nigeria was just Sierra Leone. Like, if we have a playing captain, that is what will make us win the game. That's not what will make us win the game. Right tactics, players, disciplined players coming together, playing and interpreting the tactics properly, taking their chances when the chances are created. That's what will win you the game. And it has nothing to do with a playing or a non-playing captain. And let us be fair. Let us be fair. Ahmed Musa have not been introduced into any game and he flopped. Let's be very, very fair. As a matter of fact, the older Ahmed Musa is a better player compared to the younger Ahmed Musa. In the last couple of years, the games when they introduced Ahmed Musa in the game in Abuja, as late as they brought him on, he brought in sparks and verbs into that game. We just didn't beat Ghana. But it wasn't one of those ones who had problem. He knew where to stand. He knew how to whip in the crosses. We just didn't get the goal. So it's not a non-playing captain that is Nigerian problem right now. Nigeria doesn't have a team. That's the real problem. So that's the work that all of these coaches are working on. And I guess we'll get there eventually. But non-playing captain, playing captain, that's not a thing. That's not even a thing at all. And it's not a Nigerian thing. I mean, Jimmy Redknapp was a non-playing captain for Liverpool for a very long time. The war did not come to an end. It's football. This didn't happen. So let's not make it look like, hey, this is something that we now want to have issue about. Official AK Udesi went on to say, good morning, Elebete. It's high time the new coach gets a new captain for the team. Okay, stay on that conversation. Is what's it called? The captain on the field, what's it called? The center back. Trusecco explain, is there a problem? What's your take on Barcelona signing Lewandowski, and where does Ansu Fati stand to play? So Lewandowski is a good player to sign. I mean, he's got goals in him, but would he fit into the Barcelona style of play? That's a question, because Barcelona, everybody needs to touch the ball, everybody needs to rub the ball. There is no quick over the head ball to the second striker, and then he puts it through to Lewandowski. Unless Xavi is going to change his style of play a bit. But I think Xavi is the real apostle of tiki-taka as well. So it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. I've studied a lot of videos of Xavi talking about football, and he is a deep apostle of the tiki-taka style of play. But I know one thing, that when it comes to coaching, one of the things that I've always known is a good coach will have a style to feed the players that they've got. So somebody said Mikel Obi. Yeah, Mikel Obi was also a non-playing captain at some point. So you fit your style to adapt with the players that you've got. So I think that would happen if they get him in. The problem of, okay, you get him in, can you sign him because of the financial crisis that you got and all that? So let them sort it out first. So we don't sit here, spend the whole time of the show talking about Lewandowski, and at the end of the day, we see Lewandowski not even moving to Barcelona, but rather going to Real Madrid as support for Karim Benzema, or probably going to Paris Saint-Germain. Sorry. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see that signing. But if they sign him, I think that Xavi is smart and intelligent enough as a coach to be able to put one-on-one together and get the result, get the players working. Okay, Oluyams say good morning, Uncle A. Good morning to you. I just feel like Southeast politicians need to unite and fight for their interests. You see, when I hear people say these things, it pisses me off. Let me be very honest. Is it the interest at this country where we be now? So, and the interest of Southeast, the Hungarians, or the interest of Nigeria? How well have the interests of Northerners, where we get Fulani leaders all the time, how well has it benefited the North? Now, all the Southeast governors that are ruling their state, how well have they ruled their state? How much development have they brought to their state? Even though the one that Peter will be saying, you know that Anambra State have more guns than any other state. Anambra currently have more guns than even Sambisa Forest and all of the Nigerian army barracks put together. If you visit Anambra, you'll be afraid to walk outside because they can just shoot and kill you and call you anything. So the point here is, how safe is the Southeast? Sorry. How developed is the Southeast? How, you know, which model do they have? Let me not even talk about the South side because that one is shit. That's like the worst part of the country. But how much development have they brought upon themselves as industrious, as Jewish as they claim to be? So is that the model they want to use to rule Nigeria? If you're saying they should be united for what? United to come and give us these things that they're giving themselves. I mean, if you go to the Southeast, one of the things you see is they do not have the dichotomy of too many languages. So nobody is going to say, oh, they speak too many languages there, that's why they're struggling, right? They all speak the same language, okay? But there is no development. They have like the highest collection of the rich people, especially a state like Anambra, but they're still not developed. They're very backward. They're very underdeveloped. The roads are terrible. They have like some of the worst roads in the southeast of the country. So what did they unite for? Like, people shouldn't be talking about the interests of the Southeast or the Southwest or the South or the North, the North Central, Northeast. No. The interests of Nigeria, policies that will make Nigeria work. If electricity is working, let it work across Nigeria. If the educational system is working, let it work across Nigeria. If the healthcare system is working, let it work across Nigeria. If justice is working, let it work across Nigeria. So let's not look at, first of all, one of the things you should look at is Nigeria now need a solution that is beyond region. Nigeria need any solution that is region-based is myopic, in my opinion. I might not be the best political analyst. I don't even know anything about it. But the solutions should be centrally based on how to fix Nigeria, how to get Nigeria working. And then the key element, first thing to get Nigeria working is electricity. Electricity is not a state thing, it's a national thing. Let's get electricity working across Nigeria. You know that the barber who spends all his money buying fuel will save a lot of money. Someone like me who spend 10,000 every single day. Businesses are closing because some people can't even buy diesel. I used to have a diesel generator. As an abundant, and I came back to using fuel. So that's got nothing to do with Southwest, Southeast, not. No. This is, we need a Nigerian solution, a solution that considers Nigeria. We don't need a solution that say, oh, Southeast. Who cares? I don't even care where the president comes from. I don't. Let me be very honest with you. I don't nearly care where he comes from. Southeast, una like, una unite. Una like, una disunite. I need a good president who sits there, because there is none of the problem in Nigeria. There's none of the solution for Nigeria that will come from Nigeria. In the next 10 years, the solution will still come from abroad. I need the president that will go out there and bring money from the abroad into Nigeria. Our economy is not good, we're not productive. So let's not lie and deceive ourselves. The little economics that I study in school tells me that once we're not a productive country, our solution will be here, in the outside. Until we get productive, let's forget with the region where the president comes from. We need somebody who would put a crack team together and get working. That's what we need. Okay. What's the next one? Only say a captain should be who can motivate the team in or off the pitch, in my opinion. Okay, I agree with you on that one, in because you put in and off the pitch. I agree. So a non-playing captain is not an issue, and it does not affect team performance. Kessie went to USA but did not play because of the likes of Chidiwano, Anucho Kuchuku, and Iguavo. Okay, the national team captain is not an issue. We should stop creating issues where there are none. Note that a captain with voice and respect helps the players engage administrators. Thank you very much. Alpha Bro, any news about Kevin Bassey? Is in the Super Eagles Cup. No news. Kessie won Nations Cup as non-playing captain. Yobo did say, let's encourage the new coaching team. Thank you very much. Amazing fruit kitchen. My people, when I bring fruits now, I come back to do my shakes in the morning. Okay, he said the Southeast leaders have all failed. They have the highest rich people, but have not been able to put their own people interests at heart. We in the South have even failed ourselves. Thank you very much. Church boy, thank you for joining us. Sandy say thank you. Amazing for Peter B has a lot of work to do to prove he has the strategy to start putting things together. Our economy is in shambles. We need economic solutions and not political solutions alone. And on Facebook, let me see what's going on. Man, yeah, YouTube is boiling with comments everywhere. I love to do show. Are we still doing sports show? Well, let's see. So whether sports or no sports, if the nation fails sports, we're not going to move today and talk sports. So let's talk everything together. I mean, Thursday and Friday, that's the way we'll do it anyway. Akim Osari Adeni Yomi said, Money Boss, good morning to you. You always come just greet and go. Why don't you contribute to the conversation? We need people who will contribute, not just greetings, but thank you for greeting me anyway. Richard Atuaje, my guy, said during the last Champions League, I knew Darwin Nunez will have beats from back clubs. He was always in the right place and always smiling. And for Barca, they should allow Frenkie de Jong to go and cash in immediately. No, they want him to go. It's just that the boy doesn't want to go. You know, the way transfers are done these days, you can't just sell a player. So players would also have to agree personal terms and say, okay, I want to go. You can't force them out because they have a contract. That's why Madrid could have said Gary Bale. They wanted Bale to go, but Bale, all the places, all the offers that they are giving Bale said, I'm not going anywhere. We die here. I collect this money. Okay, so it's what also happened with Ozil. Arsenal had to bend a whole lot to make Ozil leave. Okay, the same with Aubameyang. Arsenal have to pay him 27 million to beg him and say, okay, take this money and go. I beg no verse. Pack your load and go in Jesus' name. Okay, he said to reduce their financial burden. And APC, congratulations to BAT, but that's the game plan for the Northern Cabals. During the election, all the APC Northerners will go and vote for their brother who is PDP and who is now your next president, Atiku. Well, you know, when we keep saying this word cabal, we embolden people who are not even as powerful. One of the lessons that I learned in this APC primaries is underestimate Bola Tinubu at your own peril. But that guy is powerful. Like it or not, leave all this cabal talk. There's no cabal anywhere. BAT would make a better president in the context of those in contention. Okay, is a personification of whatever it is the name for making difficulties look easy. He saw today coming many years ago. It isn't a coincidence. I kind of agree with you on this one. So my mom raised us up when she was trying to teach us not to judge people, but to accept everybody and give everybody a chance. Okay, she would always say that even if you don't like a person, because it's natural, there are people you just don't like. No matter how good they are, you don't like them. And that's why I don't struggle when somebody says, people tell me to my face, I don't like you. Like, it's okay. To me, it's a compliment, because probably my mom had already built that mental fortitude in me to understand that people will just look at you and not like you. In short, because you're succeeding, some people will not like you. Because you're failing, people will not like you. Because you're strong, people will not like you. Because you're lazy, people will not like you, right? So she would say that even when you don't like a person, the truth about the people you don't like should be told the way it is. So if somebody is fine, but you don't like them, don't go out and say that would be very ugly. No. Say, she fine, but I don't like her. Or he fine, but I don't like her. He no book, but I don't like her. Right? So people know that you are a prisoner of hatred, but you're still honest about what you say. So when you look at Bola Tinubu, I don't think that historically it is possible for somebody to shred a sitting president the way Bola did to Buhari and still go on that podium, make the worst speech among all the people, all the major people, so leave all those other guys who didn't know what to say, and still come at landslide winners. You know what? It means that he's done his homework. It's not about not about voting, but it's about the fact that he's done his homework. He knows where he stands. He knows where the bodies are buried. He has control. He knows what he's saying. So those kind of people are not people that I take for granted. When you look at this kind of people, you look at them and you say, as an analyst, you say, there's substance here. That substance is the thing that you give. In boxing, they call it a fighter's chance, okay? That's why you give him a fighter's chance. If we go by the landscape of, Kanu, all those Kanu votes coming in, Atiku does look good. But you know the funny thing? In the North, Atiku is not accepted as one of their own. So Tinubu will share the northern votes, definitely. He will share it. He just might be, from what was seen from the primaries, it just might be uniting the South, right, for himself. The South, he already have a hold on that side. we know that for eternity, the Southeast have always been a divided house against itself. Some of them will go for Peter Obi, some of them will go for Atiku, some of them will go for Tinubu. So let's not think that this is about cabal. The mathematics is not almighty formula. This is not algebra. The whole mathematics is different. I'm just saying. But let's go to YouTube and see what everybody's saying. Man, my guys are here. My guys are balling, seriously. Okay, so Felix Peters, he said, Bassi should be converted to a left central back. Then we pair him with Balogun. They don't need to convert him. He's already a left centre back. Why convert what is already working? Felix Peter say OB for president. Okay, why? You didn't give a reason. Felix Peter say no EFCC as compared to others. See, EFCC is just a toothless bulldog. Every EFCC record is just at the number of Osabi profile. Everybody, including me. So EFCC is, so let me tell you how EFCC work. EFCC is somebody write a petition against you, right? Now that they write a petition against you, and if EFCC invites you, it does not make you a criminal. You become a criminal if they are able to prove it and send you to jail. So don't use the EFCC. EFCC is not a paint that you used to paint the White House and the White House turned into Black House. No. So let's have an understanding of that first. So you don't begin to, I mean, only I mean say I get 5. Yes, somebody can petition me. I mean, people have accused me before that, and I found when I give me money what to set up studio. What did the person write down to EFCC? EFCC will invite me to come and explain myself now. They end up invite Obi Kubana to go and explain himself. He explained himself and they let him go. So I'm always sitting here and I'm waiting that one day they will invite me. It's that simple. So don't sit where you are. Once you get money for Nigeria, you get 5 for EFCC. They're not just ready for you. That's just it. You never disturb, you never make noise, reach where that's okay. Let's give this guy attention. If Obi Kubana didn't go to do his mother's burial, money was thrown like that. Nobody for that petition against him. But he went there, he came back, he was taking selfies because they now realized that, oh, this guy's source of money is legit too. He has partnership with makers of alcohol, liquor all over the world. So that's enough money for him to run. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they don't use that as a yardstick to judge anybody. It's only in Nigeria where if they join Wakaita police, even if you go visit your friend for police station, if you just come and somebody just says, that one is a criminal. No, that's not what it is. Look at America, for instance. Almost everybody get jail record. You hear this one say, when I was in jail, I spent 10 years in jail. This one come out. They come out and live a good life. For you, if now you get that record, they don't already condemn you for it because we are pseudo-religious country where we think in a very, very upside down way. So EFCC is not really a yardstick to judge anybody. And Felix Peters went on to say, "Obi all the way. My vote only when I vote my conscience." Okay, the people at the highest parliament with transparency, the parliament can. What you say? Cannot win. Okay, now you know what you're talking. Frankly, he said the APC primary shows people saying their votes don't count have been wrong. How can Osimhen get all the ovations and came third in an unrigged primaries? Osimhen not even stand a chance of winning before. Let's be very honest. Let's forget all this stuff. Hold it up. More be honest. See, it's just religious sentiment that's making us talk about Ubi Osimhen. More will leave all these things. Let's see where they have the BFC. Let's say they carry from back Waka pass desert, St. Johnny Far. What are the person we Waka? I beg you, leave that guy. There was never a day I thought he stand a chance anyway. Felix Peter said a potential worker is a laborer. I don't understand what that one means anyway. Peter said Joseph Yobo, and then he went on to say, indeed, he should be our next captain. He's not vocal enough. He doesn't talk. He minds his business too much. You don't want that kind of person as your captain. Let's be very, very honest. Kala Oshie, me say, Felix Peter, I agree with you with your Bassi idea. He needs play in a back three, a center back. Okay, we're not on coach like this. So I didn't think Truth Ekong should start the match. He needs to get better. Okay, let's see if the coach agrees with you on that one. I think that the real thing that we need to fix is our goal scoring. Okay, if we're scoring goals, because every opponent we play in Africa, let's be very honest, will sit back and wait for us. Would be afraid to attack us 100%. So if we can create chances for our strikers, I will not bother about who's in my defense. But hey, your points are also very, very valid. Big Samuel, to say EFCC are even more corrupt than the politicians they go after. I beg, leave those toothless lions. Okay, that's another part of the conversation that can be explored as well. Oluyem said Osimhen was hoping to ride on PMB consensus speaking, but unfortunately, he failed it just as he has been failing Respect, sir. So I don't understand. Has been failing Nigeria. Okay. Uncle A, which do you desire? More loyalty or respect? I think loyalty is already respect. So the word loyalty and respect are the same. Me, I'm a very loyal person. I work in the frame of loyalty. If you're going to be in my team, the first thing that I need from you is loyalty. Once I start seeing that loyalty is not there, I kick you out of my team. So I'm a very, very big guy on loyalty because I was loyal as a post star. See, my weakness is my loyalty. If you want to be on my team too, that's what I ask. I ask for it 100%. If you don't have it, man, get out. Because an unloyal person does not have respect for you. Why would you respect me if you're not loyal to me? So first off, let's not talk about Osimhen. He doesn't have it. I mean, we're not politicians. There are politicians and then there are politicians. If not mention Osimhen, they'd be like, say the guy is important. It's not, as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't even know his own political map. So to mention him in the conversation is a waste of time. Yes, Dare say hello, Idafe. Good morning. Enjoying the show today. Seems like a potpourri of everything. I speak English. I'm sure a potpourri. A potpourri of everything that I want to talk about this morning. Driving on the road and listening in the car. It's nice. I just parked to send this message to you. I just wanted to tell you that driving and testing is a crime. Okay, so this is what I want to ask. While I'm enjoying the mix of politics this morning, I didn't know that you were this adapt to political going on in the country. But I want to ask, do you think that next season Juventus can rise up and win the Italian Serie A? Because they are my team, I'm a Juventus old lady and zebras for life. I want to know how to rest my mind so that I don't put hope and then it crashes again. So Juventus, I'm a Juventus fan too. Like I love Juventus. Like now I love Juventus. So let's be honest here. Juventus is going through a makeover. I'm not going to make a prediction until the third week of the season. I'm not going to make a clear prediction. The only prediction that is very clear to me is Man City will win the Premier League. Man City will give the Champions League a go this time around. I say this is going to be their best push to win it, okay? Paris Saint-Germain will win the French League again, and, they look like a team that might. If they change their coach, if they keep this coach, then Champions League, forget it. But if they change their coach, they just might. If they get Jose Mourinho and Zidane, they just might be the reason why Man City will not win the Champions League again. But Man City win the English League, Paris Saint-Germain win the French League, Bayern Munich, last season they were supposed to not win the league, but they won it. Okay, but I don't know what's going to happen this new season. But basically, let me see this. Juventus are still doing the rebuild. Let's see all of the players that they bring in first. So they're not in a position, they're not like in a 100% position of high flying right now. If I make a prediction about them, I might lose it. I don't think AC Milan will be able to defend their title because now they'll be playing in Champions League. They have a whole lot of distraction. They don't have a very big squad. They don't have that money. So I don't think that they will defend the title. It's going to be like Inter Milan, winning it and losing it. One of the clear things that can just change the tide on Inter Milan side is if they bring in Lukaku again and they get their ass together, they just might be the team that will do it. Napoli's biggest problem is the fact that they don't have a big enough squad. So it's always hard for them to be the team that will compete for it. And then I'm not sure if, based on the news that we're hearing, things that are going on behind the scene, Jorge Mendes is really pushing on Jose Mourinho to go take over the Paris Saint-Germain job. But Jose Mourinho seems to have fallen in love with Roma because he said his words from what my guy. So I have a guy who worked in the Italian Serie A, who's a language teacher. I can't mention his name because he's not supposed to be visible. He's not supposed to be known. And this thing is online. He teaches English language and Italian. He teaches English language. A very, very good friend. We've known for years. And he's telling me that Jose Mourinho really wants to stay at Roma because he said that Roma has changed some things about him. Like he's no longer that vindictive. He's no longer that, I want to attack people anymore kind of guy. And he seems to like it. But you see, the law of Paris Saint-Germain is very big. And then the opportunity that he provides is turning into years now. The last time that Jose Mourinho won the Champions League, that was 2010. And it's about 12 years now since he last won the Champions League. He would want to go back again and say, okay, I need to win it again. So all of those things put together means that some pushes would happen, things would change. So let's wait till maybe the transfer window closes, then we can talk about Juventus, bro. I honestly don't think that I can pitch my tent on Juventus winning the Italian Serie A right now, but I also don't think that AC Milan will be able to defend it. That's just my thought anyway. I might be wrong. Ogunbo, I see you. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. I see you big time. Felix Peter say my preferred 11 4-3-3 Basi, Balogun, Zaidu, Aino, Oyeka, Aribo, Iwobi, Lukman, Chukwueze, Osimhen, Zon. Well, that's a preferred one, and I hope that it works well for you if you were the coach. I'm gonna wait for the coach to bring his squad and tell us who's got and move on that direction. Other than that, I'm really not going to push more on that. So let's look at the headlines from the European scene. Let's start with Italy. Italo. Let's start with that one, and then we go back to England. What's happening in England, and then we touch on the transfer gist. Juventus regain optimism in Angel Di Maria deal amid interest from Barcelona and Benfica. So it's a three-way race now. We'll see where it goes. Milan meet the agent of Gianco Raspadori amid the link to Juventus. Inter Milan agree on personal terms with Empoli's Christian Aslani. Okay, so that one is almost a done deal. Lille want an auction for Sven Botman, and interest from Milan and United and Tottenham is exciting them. It's giving them orgasm already. Fiorentina said to make another attempt for Arsenal's Lucas Torreira. Please, Arsenal, accept anything they offer you. Please, please, and please again. It's important. Milan's Scudetto win is a big victory for solid recruitment. That's what we read about yesterday. So let's check what the papers are saying in England, and then I come to the transfer rumors that we have on ground. Okay, I want to say massive thank you to all those of you who are subscribing to our YouTube channel. You guys are really making us grow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and God bless you. Oluwadari is saying good morning, Alagote. Who do you think is at fault for Lukaku's situation at Chelsea? Lukaku is at fault 100%. That's Lukaku's problem. Lukaku have a brat attitude, an entitlement behavior, something that is not earned. It's not earned. He wants to be treated like he's Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's stupid, senseless idiot. Yes, so it's his fault 100%. I don't care what anybody think. And my choice of word, I wear picked. The very stupid, senseless idiot. In the middle of the season, you're granting such kind of interview. What is wrong with you? You're supposed to be a senior player in the Chelsea dressing room. Look at the other players in the team, and you sit down there, you grant that kind of, you sit down, put camera in your front, and you talk those kind of rubbish. My only anger with him is the fact that he's a black boy. So I look at him like, you know, don't get sense, you're big like that. So you're big palm tree, so you know you'll get sense. If he was my player, that's exactly, if I was his coach, that's what I see. Look at you as you just tall like this, like palm tree, like so you don't get sense. You don't grow, live your sense. The sense of ostrich, the brain of ostrich, now you get for your big body. Pity you always sharp. I don't know why Inter Milan they look for him. You go see Inter Milan and not deliver. Okay, paying 16 million pounds fixed with 17 million in add-ons. Portuguese media revealed the detail of Liverpool's deal for Darwin Nunez, with negotiations very advanced following second bid, but Benfica still want more. Everybody spread love, give it to more. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Why all this music? I just see one line and music will just come into my head. Why? Everton owner Fahad Moshiri admits he has wasted money lodging over $500 million on new players as he apologized to fans for making mistakes and for the fear and frustration caused by their relegation threatened season. So you see, it's not about spending money. People say, oh, Pep Guardiola is spending money. Some people spend battle relegation. Some people spend this money and battle relegation. So it's not about spending money. When you get a good coach, people should say the coach is good. Let's be very, very honest. Furious Armenian defender bottle at linesman. Wow. Football. It happened for Europe, but if it happened for the Nigerian league now, we'll talk. Well, let's pretend like that's not happened. Au revoir, Alexander Lacazette brings to an end his 5-year stay at Arsenal that never got us into the Champions League by sealing an emotional return to his boyhood club Lyon on a free transfer. Bye-bye, get out of here. Get out. Okay, Anthony Joshua is set to quit his broadcast deal with Sky Sports and sign a money-spending contract with Dazen. Man, these Dazen guys, they're on fire. And I love their model, they're giving me hope, like online digital space is the place. Okay, but this one our way, Netflix is going to lose its stock. I can't fear, But let's look at the transfer gist that we've got here. And somebody sent me a message. I don't know if you put his name anyway. Good morning, boss. Your take on La Liga. Who is it? Okay. Any in the space of fire right now, I can even tell you who will win La Liga. Let's be very, very honest. Because some signings have not been concluded. As it is today, if I'm going to decide, tell you who will La Liga, it's still a Madrid title to lose. But I mean, Barcelona have not done their transfers. They have not done their transfer. They've not put their players together. The most stable team wins the league. That's one of the things. That's one of the matrices that I use. The most stable team. You know, some new teams would not need to like bring the players. They need to blend. In the process of blending, you're losing 3 points. The other team is gaining that 3 points and going. Madrid is not losing players in their spine, in their core. All of the players that are going to come in are players that have already been with the team, and it does look like if Eden Hazard stay out of injury, he might have to fight for a position maybe on the right hand side because that left hand side is Vinicius' permanent position. And then they have a coach, so there's stability in the dressing room, in the backroom staff, the technical area, the stability, the playing staff, the stability. They just need to bring in maybe 1, 2, or 3 max into that team. For Barcelona, they don't even know who's going out or who's coming in. Atletico Madrid, forget them. Their chance of winning title is completely out of the conversation. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. How you doing? All right, you talk to me.
Make my contribution concerning this Peter Vision and ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel Peter Obi's party, Labour Party cannot win the election because to win a national election, you must be a national party.
I think I agree with you on that one too, Yomi.
Labour Party is not a national party. And even right now, Labour Party is still having factions within the party.
Beautiful.
So, and my own question is that Messi seems to be playing very well in the Argentine team.
Yes, sir.
What do you think would be the reason why he's playing so well in the Argentine team and he's not turning up for PSG? Is it that he's concentrating more on winning another trophy for the Argentine team?
Okay, so that question, I think a lot of people have thrown up that question to me in different forums and groups where I belong, and I give them this answer. So Messi is currently very happy. He's a very happy man, and people say he didn't turn up for Paris Saint-Germain. He actually did turn up. What Messi have done is when he went to Paris Saint-Germain, he realized that if he goes there and do the spotlight fighting, it would create the same problem that made, we live and we learn. It will create the same problem that made Neymar to leave Barcelona. Neymar is his friend, a very good friend, right? They eat together, they laugh together, they cry together. That's a relationship that is not just football-based, but it's international. It's like the Luis Suarez friendship that they have. And then there is Mbappe. Now, let me tell you something about French people. French people are the most arrogant bastards you would ever meet in this world. They are the cockiest people on the planet. Now, it is not for the wrong reason anyway. It is who they are. It's just like a worry person. A worry boy is always loud. It doesn't matter. Or a Nigerian person is very loud. But worry take it to another level. Look at other people that are doing skits and look at the ones that is coming from worry. The few that's coming from. You see how loud we are. Now, having said that, he knows that if he comes into that team and he tries to be the number one, what will happen is those people will play him out and make him look stupid. So he needed to carve a new role for himself. He became the provider. Now, in doing that, he came in at a time where Mbappe is fighting to leave. He needed to also take a back row seat and not act like, let him go now, I will become the number one. That would also go against him. And then the French media are very vile. They are as vile as they come. So he knows that Messi is not young. He's now both a footballer and a politician, like a human politics. So he understands the science of the game in such a way that when he look at the Paris Saint-Germain team, he needs to fit himself in a place where he's not trying to take the spotlight off anybody. He's not trying to play too much to the favor of Mbappe and then make Neymar look like Neymar is useless. He also not trying to form that alliance with Neymar and show that, me and my friend, one day we'll gang up against you guys. So he was trying to play the elder statesman. He was trying to be an egalitarian in the team. In that kind of situation, when you're tiptoeing around eggshells, you got to be careful. So sometimes he gets the ball, he's thinking, let me do what Messi would do. Take the ball, bust up pace, and run in and go get a goal. But then he realizes, oh no, this is Mbappe's club. This is Mbappe's club. Let's give what is Caesar to Caesar and what is God to God. And that's what happened. In Argentina, what Messi has succeeded in doing, and that's why he's happy, Messi has also succeeded in now playing the back row. Messi doesn't score that much. Yes, he scored 5 against Estonia, but Messi doesn't score that much. he lets people like Paulo Dybala, people like Angel Di Maria, people like Lautaro Martinez, like he's telling them thank you for helping him win the Copa. You know the burden on the shoulder whenever he thinks that I've done all of these things for Barcelona and I've not done one for Argentina apart from at youth level. So having won the Copa America, and in Argentina, in South America, Copa America is a big trophy. It's next to the World Cup. So having won that, it's not relief. The burden is off his shoulders. It's like go watch the movie Hustle on Netflix. The pain is off his shoulder when Cruz's mother spoke to him and told him, you need to let this thing off your shoulder. The last game he played, you saw how good that was. So you need to understand that it's not that he's not turning up, but he's a wiser player right now, and he's doing the thing that Cristiano Ronaldo should have done for Manchester United this season. And nobody would have blamed Cristiano Ronaldo to say he's the one stifling the club, but rather to say he's the one who brought the spring to their steps and all that. I don't think he's doing anything. He's just a happy guy who's getting it right. That's what I think anyway. But let's move the conversation. But I like what this guy said about the Labour Party. Yomi, thank you very much for Ejigbo. I regards to everybody out there in Ejigbo. Please preach the gospel of what we do here. Oluyens, he said, you too sabi, sir. Messi strategically fitted himself into Paris Saint-Germain. Thank you very much. Yeah, because that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. When you work in an environment where there is hostility, but you still have to work. You still have to show up. I mean, that's what I enjoyed in years in the place where I work, so I know. You still have to show up. You have to be diplomatic when you need to be. It doesn't mean you don't put the bow. You don't put the line like, oh, the line is there. I'm still this guy. But at the same time, you need everybody to work. So you don't become the guy who news will say, he came into the team and scattered the team. You don't want that to happen. So I think he did well. People saying he's not showing up really don't understand the politics that's going on there. Chelsea have told their Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku, 29, he can get out of the club. He can rejoin Inter Milan on loan if the finances are right for the Premier League side. So now go and sort out the finances. Since you want to leave, get out of this place and go and sort out the finances. However, Inter are not confident of reaching an agreement with Chelsea because of the finances involved. Okay, Lukaku, you go sit down for bench. I'm going to tell you. Benfica should going forward. Darwin Nunez, 22, is hesitant to join Manchester United because they are not in the Champions League. The chicken is coming home to roost. Okay, Liverpool have pulled in front of the Red Devils in the race for Nunez. Nunez has informed Liverpool, but be for Nunez. Liverpool are not going to win the Champions League in the next 10 years, so be informed. If you're going to play the competition, I understand, but winning it, they've lost all the chance to win like two. They won only one, and that's going to take them another 10 years to see. Okay, Nunez has informed Liverpool manager of the club that he would prefer to move to Anfield. Manchester United have made an initial offer of 60 million euros, which is 51 million pounds, plus 20 million euros, 70 million pounds in add-ons for Barcelona's 25-year-old Netherlands midfielder Frenkie de Jong, who has been contacted by manager Erik ten Hag. Okay, I think this deal is getting close to the number that I predicted. 80 million will get this deal done. West striker Gareth Bale, 32, could sign for Madrid-based Getafe because of a desire not to uproot his family following his Real Madrid exit, and he needs to stay in shape for the World Cup. But Bale's agent Joshua Bennett, and this guy's been with him since Tottenham Hotspur, dismissed any link between the La Liga club and his client, according to Fabrizio Romano. I choose to believe you. Brazil forward Richarlison, 25, has told Everton he wants to leave the club. Okay, Arsenal, I read a lot for you, but this boy is a fighter. Remember that. England striker Harry Kane is optimistic about his Tottenham future under manager Antonio Conte. There's nobody's talking about your future, but you're not going to win anything. And could be persuaded to finish his career at the club. Oh, God, this is how a great player lived and died, scoring goals like goals are going out of fashion, and they win Millie Cup. Okay. Manchester City's Brazil forward Gabriel Jesus has been offered to Jesus Christ. Obara Jesus. My hoop have shifted. Offered to Tottenham in a blow to their North London rivals, Arsenal, who have also been linked with the 25-year-old. So all this talk Arsenal talks is that Tottenham must for City. City has said to make contact with Leeds United over a transfer for 26-year-old England midfielder Kevin Phillips. Okay, I think that's a good one because Fernandinho needs to be replaced. West Ham will listen to offers for Algerian winger Said Berahama, 26, this summer. Former Manchester United manager Louis van Gaal has won hires the Netherlands defender Jurgen Timber 2020 against the move to Old Trafford. That place is the devil's house. They will destroy you. They will use you for Illuminati sacrifice. Don't go there. Tottenham have had their attempt to sign Manchester United England striker Marcus Rashford, 24 rejected. Okay. When I know what's a West player, okay. Juventus have cooled their interest in former Manchester United forward Lingard after initially expressing an interest in signing 29-year-old England international on a free transfer. PSG Eindhoven midfielder Ibrahim Sangara has set his heart on a move to the Premier League. Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Newcastle monitoring the 24-year-old Ivory Coast international. Manchester United and Chelsea are interested in Leicester City 21-year-old France defender Wesley Fofana, who is injury-prone. Let's not forget about that. Manchester United and Inter Milan will keep hold of Italy defender Alessandro Bastoni, 23, in a blow to Manchester United and Tottenham. Southampton have made a move to sign Republic of Ireland goalkeeper Gavin Bazunu. If you grew up in Warri, you know that this Bazunu is a Warri name. So this player called Gavin Bazunu, let's check him well. There must be somebody in Warri who's related to this boy. 20 years from Manchester City. Arsenal finally have been offered the chance to sign 26-year-old Switzerland defender Manuel Akanji from Borussia Dortmund. That's not really needed defender right now. Look at William Saliba coming. Okay, you should go get strikers. That's the first thing to look at. Okay, Joe Mowaye. So really, Liverpool will win UCL in the next 10 years. How did you arrive at that? Okay, how did I arrive at saying that Manchester United will not win the Premier League in the next 10 years in 2013? How did I arrive at that? How did I arrive in all the predictions that I've made before? How did I arrive at that? Keep laughing. You off yourself there. Yeah. Okay, so it's 10 a.m. and time's up. Okay, but there's one. Louisa says, hello, Daphne. How do you come about this, your outlandish, outrageous, and crazy, unbelievable predictions? How dare you say Liverpool, a team that have played in the finals of the Champions League more than any other team in the last 5 years, would not win the Champions League in the next 10 years? What is your logical explanation to that prediction? I like making people react like this. I love it when people react like this anyway. But let's be very, very honest here. It's my prediction, right? So let me read some of the messages on Facebook. I'm coming, Louis. I'm coming. Morning, boss. This is from Young Wetango, my bosom brother. He said, Morning, boss man. To me, I know Obi may not win, but is the best candidate among, as the saying, the best not always win in Nigeria politics, but no, it's everywhere in the world. So it's not a Nigerian team. But I came into his vision and mission of being a production, not a consumption nation. Every nation is a consumption nation. Leave all those. See, rhetorics don't win your election. Leave all these rhetorics. No, could not deceive ourselves. Every nation is a consumption nation. Just that you have to find a balance. That's just it. Okay. Consumption nation, though it should. I don't know why is this thing jumping up. Jesus Christ. It should have started immediately after PDP lost, but the greatest enemy is the financial muscle to win the presidential election. You need at least 2 trillion, and Peter Obi do not have it. Also, Atiku and Tinubu have 40 years experience. That is, they have both started this presidential ambition since 1992. Anambra have over 3,000 billionaires individually. I agree with you. I mean, but can they or will they support Obi? The answer is no. But let's see, Zambia, Canada, and France did it, but can it repeat here in Nigeria? Question begging for answer. But I think Atiku will have the edge. Kwasian will decide the Kadesh states, that 5 states from the north. I agree with everything you said there. I agree with you. But I don't think that Peter Obi is the best anyway. A good question. I said, boss, you don't vest for Lukaku like Lukaku na shit. Leave Lukaku no it's an idiot. Anybody that's Lukaku is a very big fool. For bro, do you think Madrid can retain the La Liga title? I think so for now. But you can't sit where you are and discount Barcelona. This is FC Barcelona. At some point, people said they were not going to make the top 4. They came on second. So you're not going to sit where you are and discount them. Okay, Step Money, we're bigger than all of these things. These things don't work anymore. All these APC, PDP things that you're doing. You might be having fun, but this is, like I always say, this platform is a serious platform. So let's do some serious things. These are the things that kids do. These are serious conversations we're having. let's not put all these ones up. Okay, Stephanie, he said, do you think that Adeleye should start into this match instead of Uzor? No, I don't think so. He's not played in the Eagles. For what? Football does not work like that. This is not club football. And all of us that are chatting Adeleye, how many of Adeleye matches we don't watch? So he knows the Eagles, he knows the players, he can command them, he can talk to them. Football not be like that to me. Football not be, Adeleye will have his time, but starting, nah. I don't support that kind of, nah. But it's the coach's decision anyway. That's why we're paying him the big boss, so he should decide if he thinks that guy is good, because I can say all this thing and then Uzor gets injured during warm-up, then Adeleye will start. Then it's got his chance, it's got to grab it. But I will still go with Uzor. My problem with Uzor is prone to conceding goals, very cheeky goals. That's just his own problem, the problem that I have with him. That said, I've had fun today, man. One hour said like 5 minutes. I think just flew past. View. Thank you very much to everybody who's been on the show today. Thank you for your contributions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on the WhatsApp. So, Luisa, let me tell you this. Let me give you a little bit of a story to answer this your question. When I came into the media in 2004, August, one of the things that I noticed was that people copy and paste a lot in the media. They still do it now. And, I was raised by a mother who would tell you that you must stand out. You must be different. You must do something different, okay? Even if you're copying somebody's work, copy it and translate the word differently. That's what my mom would say. And she used to say it in church, that when you go to church and you're studying the Bible, like, I go to Assemblies of God, so all those Bible drill and all those, quizzes. Everybody was using King James. My mother said I should go and buy NIV and then Good News Bible and all that. So when I'm reading, I'll tell people that I'm reading from a different translation. I make you stand out. People are like, if they read another Bible way, we don't even know. That makes you stand out. So when I came into the media, I applied that. And I noticed that all these things that they were saying on radio, sports analysts were saying was just head-to-head, key battle, this one. I said to myself, I was going to be different. So it took me time to put it together, did a lot of research, and 2007 was the first time I started doing prediction. And it was crazy. So crazy, NBC wrote Brilla that they should stop me from doing that because it is against the ethics of broadcasting. And I laugh. I said, Chairman, Tennessee, the manager there, Tennessee, I'm not going to staff. I'm a freelancer, so you guys can't stop me. So we went on anyway. I became a team. Now, over time, and I say this not because I want to rubbish anybody, but I dare and I double dare anybody. There's nobody talking sports in Nigeria or in the world today who's done 360 like me. So I think I have the right to say something. It's like Wole Soyinka writing a book and putting Yoruba. It's got the right, the poetic license to write it like that. So I think I have the right to say some things. It's not necessarily going to come true. But if you've done something consistently from 2007 to 2022, and you are 85 to 95% accurate, you've got the right to say that. It's only in football. You go to the hospital and the doctor tells you have this and you believe it. You go there and somebody tells you, a pastor in church will tell you, this year you'll be successful. You believe it. What do they have that I don't have? Knowledge, I have it. Experience, I have it. Been there, done that, have a wardrobe for it, I have it. So why do people always, like, there's no prediction that I've made in football that people don't think it's outrageous. June 2nd, 2016, I predicted Nigeria was going to qualify for the World Cup with 2 games to spare. When I say I talk rubbish, it happened. Manchester Paris Saint-Germain beat Barcelona 4-0, and I said Barcelona are going to win the return leg 6-1. 3 weeks later, it happened. Germany, the World Cup was in 2014, and 6 months before the World Cup, I said Germany was going to win this World Cup and they were going to play Argentina in the finals. It happened. 2013, I said Kessie was going to win the Nations Cup when the whole Nigeria was on fire, that Kessie was doing rubbish. It happened. At what point are you guys going to stop questioning the basis for my predictions? At what point are we going to have that when we're like, okay, you know what? He will get some wrong, but he mostly get them right. So let's leave him with his predictions. Okay? I put up Napoli and AC Milan as the teams that will contend for the Premier League, the Italian League title this season, and I said if injury doesn't worry Napoli, they'll win it. But if injury comes in, AC Milan, they'll win it. At what point would we sit back and say, okay, you know what? But this guy is really correct. Is it because my skin is black? I really don't play the race card, but sometimes when people question it and make it look like I'm talking rubbish, I don't seem to get it wrong. That's some of the things that you should know. And if you're a good student of history and you follow me that long, people have won millions of naira because of my predictions in sports betting. Like the most powerful hacker in the world. Guys, listen, I don't owe anybody any explanation, but look at Liverpool. So this is how football is. You go up and then you plummet and then you tank. Liverpool is tanking. They will tank. I know that they have the club factor. And then there's Diego Jota, there is Nunez that will come in, Nunez that will come in, there is Diaz that they've signed. But you would agree with me that they don't have that force that they used to have. That force is chunking away like the glacier ice, right? As it's chunking away, they are going to reduce. Guess what? Manchester City are even building the engine. They're now putting nitro into the engine. The weakest Manchester City team under Pep Guardiola was the last season Manchester City team. That team was rubbish compared to all of the teams that Man City have put together. But guess what? They still ended up winning the Premier League. Now, that's one of the reasons why you would know that what is coming next is a combustive engine mixed with an electric engine. That's going to be trouble for people like Liverpool. And don't forget that there are other teams that are throwing their hats in the ring now that will challenge Liverpool and make it difficult for them. So, on that front, it's going to be difficult. One of the things that have helped Liverpool when they sail is the league is secured at home. When Liverpool, look at Liverpool, when they begin to struggle in the league, it will affect their race in the Champions League. I know that in 2005, it was a different story, but regularly, the consistent story for Liverpool, that's how it has always been. And this is where my conclusion comes from. It might not work like that, but hey, for somebody who's got 95% prediction accuracy, you've got to be able to respect that at least. Instead of every time I make that prediction, somebody's going to come out and question me. Why? No, I don't think you need to question it. Have I been very, very accurate? Yes. Have I I mean, who does that? 2013, I said Manchester United will end 7th. A team in the history of the Premier League that have not gone below 3rd. And then they ended 7th in the following season. Once Alexander retired. That's like astronomical prediction. Nobody. That's like predicting the day that the trumpet will sound. And it happens. So I don't think I owe anybody an explanation, but the way we are, because I'm the guy that's doing it. One stupid animal when they don't cook shop called octopus predict 6 or 7 games accurately when I say the octopus. When I don't let us hear one. But I've been doing this for over 10 years. You're still questioning it. Come on, guys. Good down. Steph, you said you were the one that made me love Super Eagles so much. I remember listening to you in Brilla FM that year. I was in JSS 3. And when we were going to school, we always hear you on radio. Thank you very much. Like I always say, with Super Eagles, I'm biased anyway. I need to consult you before I play my bet. So you go play. Digitalize, bro. No need to blow your trumpet. The knowledge of football is not only on the pitch, it is on and off it. You have it all. I respect it. Thank you very much. No, you have to blow your trumpet too. You have to blow your trumpet because the way to the question person, like you just said it, like, how dare you say that? I don't be smart again. I don't want to spoil my name now. I have a brand to protect. Okay? But people will always want to fight it. Well, we've done overtime by 12 minutes. Thank you very much. My name is Idafi Matthew. I love that name. I'm original Worry Boy. You know that. You love to come in the Elevator Sports. It's been the Sports Buffet on Elevator TV radio, and we've done the politics and sports today. Let's do it again tomorrow. Friday is always the sweetest one where we mix everything together. But today's feels like Friday already. Thank you very much. And Enioba, thank you for joining from the side with your La Liga question. When the season starts, I'll give you a proper answer to that question. Bye bye. Have yourself a wonderful and amazing day. Good luck. Bye. Bye.
Radio.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Tiakulo, and you're listening to Elevated TV. Stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? Super.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga.